An awareness of a recurring eternalness, a precessional reincarnation in the celestial current. With those people who are oblivious to the structures of modern time beyond the stars and the seasons, could they think of their position in time as more than their present chronological spatial position, but more as a juxtaposition of times of previous incarnations? This life is just the next chapter of a prior being, rhetorical and physical. Our dreams, visions, and notions of things and people unknown in this life dimension could be those from the earlier cyclical 22 to 26,000 prior epochal years. Thus, we are the carnal extensions of energies from previous epochs of our sentient awareness, which themselves were extensions of our non-sentient incarnations that resonate with us into this epoch. Those who have been able to have an awareness of things beyond their temporal status to these other identities and their connection to our present roles and identities, for them, this would not be the secular obsession which is the preoccupation for the rest of us. They know from the coded signals left in their incidental travels, which trip their subconscious switch of awareness of their other dimensions of reality. In so doing, they see and know of themselves than more than Jane or Joe Blow of this time and place, present time. They learn of the relations of the nexi to which they have cognitive connections. The frequent flyers in their dreams, be they people or locations, are pieces of a 3D jigsaw puzzle of their past, of the different times and places. The different times and places are the alternative realities about which we speculate and hypothesize. Those times and places are from the different ages in the former 22 to 26,000 year precessions, in which the cycle of sentience developed along similar logic paths of mental development and derived technologies, but different expressions of that logic and technologies. Much like the video games that are played to make it to the next higher level, you must survive your choices as an individual and a species on the present level. Since we haven't and exist in the karma of our exiting departure, we reincarnate at the same level of the game we exited. This time, it is at a later cycle of the same or in a later precessional epoch. For those whose level has achieved that cognitive awareness with the mental and emotional associations of their past, they have entered a shaman-like behavior that needs the secular and temporal associations and interactions less than exist in the present physical circumstances. Those present physical circumstances relations include such revered and hallowed states as family, ethnicity, race, national grouping, that are the props of the karma of our present and past life attitudes and perspectives. Through the drama of our navigation through the carnal, we come to the intersections of the signal that build the comprehension of the dimensions of the past precessional energies and their expressions. Those energies can be so much greater than what the secular demands and the temporal structures place limits and constraints. The energies transmitted from the prescient to back in the beginnings of plasma molecules. We are more relations than we are tangible identities. We are a relativity of the moment than a defined structure in a momentary network which are props for their own individual karma. In toto, we create in our role props an exoskeleton that we may shed or transcend metaphysically. In that metaphysical transcendence, we are aided by the associations we rejoin in the visions with the people and places of our precessional past.